Hey guys, it's Sukino here. For the past few days when I go to the terminal, I find newcomers to the game, level 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 players. This game is quite complicated and it's really hard to understand it quickly. So I decided to make a playlist of videos or a lecture series to introduce the game to you guys. So this video is only for newcomers and beginners of the division. Today I will talk about stats, and by stats I mean the DPS, firearms, toughness, stamina, and skill power electronics. I hope you will find this video to be informative, and here we go. Right, let's start with DPS and firearms. What is DPS and firearms? Firearms and DPS should imply to the amount of the damage you do to other players or NPCs. What is the difference between DPS and firearms, and which one is more important? Firearms, the small number here, is much more important than DPS. Most of you guys think that if you increase your DPS, you're gonna do more damage. That's not true. But if you increase your firearms, you will do more damage. And why is that? It's because the DPS number is sometimes boosted by some elements that take into consideration no weapon damage. For example, stability increases the DPS, accuracy increases DPS, reload speed increases DPS. So in matter of damage to other players, these two does not imply anything. So don't concentrate on the DPS numbers, concentrate in the firearm number and the base damage of your gun. And by the base damage of my gun, I mean that 113k base damage number. The more firearms you have, the more this number will be. And the more this number will be, the more damage you will do. Second, let's talk about the rate of fire, or the RPM. The RPM increases the DPS numbers, and it's quite significant. It's very important. The higher the RPM you have on your guns, the faster you will kill players. So what does really increase DPS, and what does really matters when it comes to DPS other than stability, accuracy and reload speed? Number one, as I said, the rate of fire. Number two is the crit hit chance and crit hit damage. The higher crit chance you have, and the higher crit damage you have, and the higher headshot damage you have, the higher the DPS. And these three really matter. And also the higher base damage of the weapon you have, the more DPS you will have. So when it comes to the weapons in the primary attributes, what really matters is weapon damage, crit chance, crit damage and headshot damage. To explain what is crit chance and crit damage. Crit chance is the chance of hitting a critical hit, and crit damage is the value of your critical hit. What is crit chance and crit damage? You see, when I fire at the dummy here, you will find some numbers in orange. These are the critical hits. So to have more orange numbers when you shoot, you need higher crit chance. And to have higher value of the crit damage, or if you want to have a higher value of the orange number, you need to have increased crit damage. So the crit chance and the crit damage are actually the most important. The headshot damage differs from one gun to another. I will post right here on the right different weapon archetypes and the headshot damage multiplier that every weapon have. Alright, here you go. Toughness. What is toughness? Toughness is the amount of damage you can take before you go down. Obvious. Moving on to the armor. What is armor? Armor is the amount of damage you can mitigate to protect your health. For example, here in the gear pieces, I have 1792 armor on the chest piece, and I have 1260 armor on the backpack, 1000 armor on the glove, 992 armor on the mask, 1610 armor on the knee pad, and 979 armor on the holster. When you add all these numbers and then you go to your character sheet here into survivability, you will find your armor to be 7633, which is the sum of the numbers I just mentioned. These 7633 will mitigate 31.93% of weapon damage. Alright, it sounds complicated. Let me explain. My max health is 263,000. Alright? For the sake of math, let me have much easier values. For example, let's say that my max health is 100,000 and my armor sits at 30%, and I got hit by a bullet that causes 100,000 damage. If my armor is 0, I will lose all my health and go down immediately. If my armor is 30%, I will take only 70,000 damage. If my armor is 20%, I will take 80,000 damage. If my armor is 90%, I will take only 10,000 damage. So armor is a shield that protects your max health. So actually you have to increase both of them. If you want to have a decent amount of health, and you need to have a decent amount of armor to protect that health. If you don't have good enough armor and your health is too much, it will not mean anything because there's nothing to shield that health. In here, I will put some values. These are the values or the maximum armor values you can get in each piece. I will let you write it down. I'll leave it for you guys. Okay, moving on to the electronics and skill power. What do they affect? They only affect your skills. You can see here the base and total on my booster shot, the heal. The base is 26,000 and the total is 40,000. The more I increase my skill power, the higher the total number will be. So if my skill power is 200k, the heal will heal me more than 40k. And the higher this number will be, the lesser the cooldown will be. Cooldown is the amount of time you need to get your skills back. My cooldown right here is 51 seconds, which means if I use the heal, my heal will come back after 51 seconds. If I have higher skill number, the cooldown can go up to 20 seconds. So if I use the heal, I will get my skills back in 20 seconds, and etc. And further on, when you are much more advanced in the game, you can create skill builds, and you can do damage with your skills, like the Seeker Mine here. With my current skill power, it's 24,000. If you have higher skill power, it can go up to 220k damage, and you can kill players with skills. That's skill-based builds. If you want to check these builds, you can go to my build video playlist in the channel, and I will explain how to build a skill-based build like the one-shot Seeker Mine or the Fire Turret. Well, that's about it. If you found this video helpful, guys, please hit the like button, share the video, and subscribe. And I hope that video was informative. And if you have any questions, post it in the comment section below. and see you in DZ.